Jay Williams. And Jay, yes, we are ready for takeoff.
And Ed, the Rockets are flying high. If they keep feeding the beard or feeding the streets, either way, this is a lethal backcourt.
It's been a launching pad for threes and so much more. Let's get ready for the tip. The opening tip goes the way of the Rockets. They'll have it first as we're underway in Houston. Capella to P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. Tucker. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. To Julius Randle. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Harden. Gets to the basket and scores.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense to Anthony. Shot from the lane, won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Hayden into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Can't miss those. Clint Capella, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Holiday to Payton. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Hayden to Davis. Clint Capella able to recover with the block. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Davis to Holiday. Beyond the arc for 3. His first effort off the mark. Anthony. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Goes to the left side. Probing the defense. Nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Holiday in possession. Down 2. Hayden on the drive, but it won't go. To Anthony. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. To Payton. Can't connect. To Anthony. From long range. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. To Holiday. Not that time. Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans. Drew Holiday. Missed his first. That one goes.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Anthony Davis sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Holiday to Davis. short jumper won't fall. Paul into the front court. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Holiday controls the basketball. Just under a minute to go in a low-scoring first quarter of play. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Paul. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Holiday. Drew Holiday. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Paul across the timeline. The score 10-8. Nene. Lays it up and in.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Holiday. Missed it. He'll let one fly from half court. That'll do it for the first quarter. It's all even at the end of this quarter. These two teams all tied up at 10 apiece as the second quarter gets underway. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Gordon. To Rivers. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Pelicans have the basketball. And he'll head to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Paul with it up top. Right now, 12 all. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Holiday in possession. He'll run the offense. Screen coming. And scores.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Paul into the front court. The score, 14 all. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Holiday. Driving right to the basket. Drew Holiday. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
That's dangerous. A little hezzy cross and knockdown. Lots of options going to open up as the game unfolds.
The shot denied by Okafor.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Holiday. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Holiday. Not that time. He missed it. Rivers into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Won't go down. To Holiday. Here comes the screen.
Screen.
Drew Holiday, guarded by Nene. Not done yet. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Ooh, crisp ball. 2 of 4 now. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
2 minutes left in the second quarter. Defensive foul to number 7, Carmelo.
Wesley Johnson, couple of free throws on the way. A career 74% free throw shooter. Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. And now Houston has the basketball. James Harden. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Anthony. And count the basket. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Pelicans basketball. Rockets have the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And throws it down.
And easy too. Get back on defense.
Miritich, defended by Melo, has a look and scores on the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Now Paul with the basketball. Leads 5. And the finish at the rim.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Baseline drive and scores. Strong take.
That boy's living his best life.
Curling inside. That's it for the first half with the Rockets in front.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
New Orleans has it. Got it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Harden into the front court. Leads 3. James Harden, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Drew Holiday here against Harden. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Holiday controls the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. Anthony Davis matched up with Carmelo Anthony. The screen sets him up for 2. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
Cleans it up. Offensive board. Drew Holiday. With that, he's 5 for 9.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
And the finish. Jay, it counts for 2, but that was pretty. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
James Harden at the controls. Drive here, but the shot stays out. Short jumper off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Paul into the front court. Leads 1. From the painted area, won't go down. Payton to Holiday. And the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Paul across the timeline. His guys now trailing by a point. To P.J. Tucker. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. The Pelicans will take the timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. New blood coming in for both sides. Has has a chance. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Holiday in possession. Leads just a point. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Jumper's good.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Hall. Goes to the right side. Tucker. Fires the three. Eric Gordon is going to get a chance at three here. A career 81% free throw shooter. Can't connect on the first free throw. It's a second. One more coming. New Orleans going to take it up to Holiday. Surveys the floor, and he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Anthony Davis with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. The Rockets are now in the penalty.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Straight on three. At the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Pelicans in front. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
New Orleans will take it up. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
Capella to Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Holiday controls the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. To Davis. Elfrid Payton picked up by Carmelo Anthony. Has a look. The shot by Payton won't fall. 2 points for Julius Randle.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Anthony Davis sends it away. It's Pelicans ball.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
And hits the first free throw.
For the Houston Rockets, number 20.
Able to convert on both free throws. Harden in possession. The deficit now up to a dozen. Capella to Anthony. Going a launch beyond the arc.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one, counter. Second and 3, got it. Whoops, that won't go. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Pelicans have the basketball. Holiday to Julius Randle. Baseline drive. Runner's good there.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Harden in possession. His guys trail by 10. And Davis there to grab the rebound. Payton with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. From the outside, no good. Tucker to Harden. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Payton to Davis, down low. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Anthony Davis trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Davis able to finish off the three-point play, and the Pelicans add to their lead. Harden has it up the floor. To P.J. Tucker. Has a chance. Tucker with a shot that won't go.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Harden with it up top. The deficit now up to 13. And he finishes at the rim.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Payton into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Holiday. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Drew Holiday at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw try, off the mark. To P.J. Tucker. Count the bucket for two.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Payton with the basketball. It's an 11-point game. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. To Capella. Clint Capella. He's now 5 for 6.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Pelicans basketball. Elfrid Payton against Harden. And he's going to the line to shoot.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Elfrid Payton's got 2 shots coming. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. First free throw is good.
For the Rockets, number 42, Nene.
And gets both to drop at the line. Harden with the basketball. His guy's down 11. And the finish. Slam dunk.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Payton to Davis. Shot from the lane won't go. Goes reverse to lay it in.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Payton into the front court. His team up by 7. Nene snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Randall to Davis. And the basket good at the rim.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Harden. 4-3. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And an 8-second violation. It's going the other way. put the basket inside.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose. And it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pelicans emerged victorious after a tight finish. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second-effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Rockets must be devastated after such a close loss. No one can say they lost because of lack of effort. The way they attacked the offensive boards deserves some credit for sure. The Rockets relied on these guys for their scoring here today.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game that was all about depth from both benches. It wasn't just about the starters that put in work. It was the role players as well, making the most of their minutes when it mattered most.
Player of the game.
Drew Holiday put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in his zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
And here we've got the upcoming games for the Houston Rockets. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.